Our correspondent Hermione Kitson reports.
Wheat farmer Riccardo has lived in this northern region of Lombardy his whole life, and despite grey skies, he's never seen it so dry.
Normally, this irrigation channel is almost full, and since last summer, there's only been around 20 centimeters of water, so I can't water my crops.
The lifeline for this farm, like others in the Pianura Padana area, is Italy's longest river, the Po, which last summer suffered its worst drought in 7 decades. As a result, Riccardo lost 50% of his crops.
This year is already predicted to be worse, because even when it does rain eventually, it's not enough, and the wheat that we have planted in the fields doesn't have the strength to grow.
The National Farmers Association, called Diretti, says a dire lack of snow is also to blame.
There is 30 to 40% less rain than last year, and in terms of the temperature, we have 1 and in some cases 2 degrees above the usual average.
And it's not just this region that's affected. In Venice, gondolas have been grounded due to low water levels, while in Lake Garda, tourists can walk to San Biagio Island, usually only accessible by boat. The Po is currently 3.3 metres below normal levels, risking both crops and quality products such as Parmesan cheese and Parma ham.
The River Po is not just the water source for one of the most important agricultural zones in Italy, but also in Europe. And unless there's significant rain this spring, a third of the region's production will be at risk.
Last year's drought caused $5.5 billion worth of damage. Italy's government has just appointed a special commissioner to oversee the crisis.
We need to be capable of retaining more than just 11% of rainfall. Creating more reservoirs means we can provide a lot more water, not just for agricultural use, but also for hydroelectricity, industry and the community.
All hopes are now riding on to spring.
We will keep trying to cultivate while watching above and hoping that something comes from the sky, because otherwise the situation is critical.
Hermione Kitson, CGTN, Cremona.